Hello Reformers and welcome back to Warsword Conquest, and well, we're actually already in a siege right here. I thought I'd save a little bit of time by jumping the gun a little bit, and we've actually been doing a pretty good job so far. I haven't been taking too much damage, well, apart from that little bit there, but yes, we've been doing pretty well. I've already taken one of the 3 remaining castles. It was a siege tower, so I thought to myself, yes, it's probably a better idea that I do that off screen because it takes so long to do anything with that. And thankfully our Poisoned Wind Globadiers have been amazing. They've really been doing a very good job, and usually they'll do fine, they'll do absolutely fine, but it has been life-saving basically. They in this particular siege they were able to eliminate the entire defender, well, basically contingent on the battlements in a matter of seconds, and usually that's not the case. Usually they, stick around a little bit and make themselves a bit of a pain. But this time around, no, they actually got the job done extremely quickly and efficiently. And you can see here that we are also having a pretty grand time of things. I'm probably going to die soon. Oh, there we go. There's level 38. Very nice. Okay, let's see if I can maybe get a couple of kills otherwise. Yeah, there we go. Chaos Troll. Come on, Chaos Troll. Kill all these guys. Come on. You can do this. Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job. And that guy's rolling down the stairs, as you can see. He's just like rolling. Ah, yeah, he certainly is. Anyway, there you go. That was pretty simple fight. We didn't lose that many, as you can see. Thankfully, we only lost 1 Poisoned Wind Globadier, and we took out 261. Yeah, it's actually kind of amazing how much damage the player character can actually do if you actually survive a little bit. Anyway, let's see. Ah, yeah, there was 1 vassal there, but he only had about 40, so it wasn't really a big deal. Otherwise, we do have a couple of people that we want to take here. I've done a bit of, shall we say, remodeling, so to speak, on our army composition. And it's actually thanks to someone in the comments who gave me the idea that it might be, well, maybe in our best interest to take a whole bunch of our cavalry out of the garrison in Karakhan, and as a result reduce our weekly wages, because at the moment, it is absolutely draining our treasury. It is super draining it, so it's actually a really nice idea that we do that. And yeah, so thanks to you, that's going to be really good for us. And I'm actually just going to continue taking some cavalry here. We might actually have to fight Kislev in a field battle relatively soon, because they are still besieging, well, actual Kislev, the town, and we'll see how that turns out. I mean, obviously they're going to take it probably, because I actually passed by there and they have a huge amount of units, and it's going to be kind of painful if I decided to attack them right then and there. And we will now attempt to take the next castle in our little spree here. Now, do bear in mind that this castle is basically the last one we need. Kislev has just been taken, as I anticipated. They have successfully captured it once again. And, well, I'm going to be doing something about that after this. Hopefully there won't be too many in the garrison there, and we'll be able to just go in and globe them to death, which is exactly what we like to see. Now, I must actually mention that there is a slight complication with what has been going on so far with, in terms to, diplomacy and, the various alliances and things that you will be facing here, or at least we will be facing. And basically, it's the Dark Elves. The Dark Elves have made an alliance with Kislev, or should we say that it's the other way around, and they have declared war against us, and war against 3 other people. So the Dark Elves are potentially spreading themselves pretty thinly right there, so I don't exactly know how that's going to go. But you can see here, did you see how many our Poisoned Wind Globadiers just killed? And we were able to get through exceedingly quickly. And that's exactly what I like to see. So once we have done this, then I will hopefully be able to do a little bit of damage to their ranged units as well. Where are their ranged units? All the way around there. So I might have a bit of running to do, but, well, I don't think that's going to be... Oh, well, I didn't take any damage, at least, I don't think. So that's good enough, I suppose. But yeah, hopefully I will be able to make it all the way over to their ranged unit. Do you think I can actually... Ah, yes, I can go up those stairs over there. That might make more sense. And I wonder whether there are actual internal stairs around this corner here. No, there are not. Okay, well, that's kind of bad, because that means I will have some slight issues. Yes, I always end up missing for some reason with my pistol the first couple of shots. Okay, let's see if I can get round here. I mean, new enemies are coming in all the time, basically, because we are killing them so incredibly fast. Maybe if I can get around here, and maybe get onto the stairs, we might have a pretty good shot at survival, because I don't really want to get cornered, if you know what I mean, because being over on this side is pretty bad. There we go. There we go. Yes. Yes. Okay, fantastic. Want to make sure I don't take too much damage. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we do need to be careful, you know. Enemies are going to be spawning in here very, very quickly. So we need to make sure that I don't take, well, too many risks. And I kind of want to go over there, you know. I kind of want to go over there, but I'm not entirely sure whether we've killed enough. I think we have. I think we have killed enough, so I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to take the chance to do this. Maybe we can do some damage to these Streltsies and everything, because these guys are actually pretty deadly. They have some decent melee weapons as well. Very long reach on their melee weapons, so that's gonna definitely cause us some problems. If we can actually get... There we go. If we can actually try and kill them. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, there we go. I very much like it when some character, you know, whatever character I'm playing, gets a cool little vantage point like that by standing on the shoulders of our units. That usually results in quite a few kills. And I think that's it. There we go. That is the final... Is it the final... No, it's not. Oh, they got a whole bunch of different sneaky areas for holding out some of their ranged units and everything. There we go. Well, we know for certain that they have not stolen our cheese, because where would they have hidden it? I mean, come on. There's no way that they have hidden it anywhere, because they've just been hiding in every single nook and cranny that we've attempted to, you know, uncover. So there you go, 8 renown. We did lose a couple of units, but, you know, now that I've kind of, shall we say, inserted a couple of Globadiers into the lineup again, everything seems to be a little bit smoother than it used to be with just a, you know, slightly more pure infantry-focused army. So that's pretty good. Let's get some Eshin Assassins. I have to be pretty careful about what I'm taking here, because I don't have that much space, and when you take trolls and large units, the maximum company size goes down dramatically, because you are obviously taking a very large unit. And that is obviously to prevent people from taking an entire army full of rat ogres, even though I probably could do that after a significant amount of time recruiting at Karakhan and so on. But yeah, maybe that would be a fun idea at some point. Anyway, let's just take the rest of the captured enemies here, and then we'll take a look at the map so you can actually see what's going on at the moment. Alright, so, yes. Yeah, okay, so here's the deal. With fiefs, for the moment, what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to give our vassals the remaining fiefs in Kislev territory. And then when we decide to attack another faction, that is when I will be giving towns and castles and so on to myself, when maybe it's a little bit closer to Karakhan, because then I can run back and forth with the garrison and just place a couple of units in here and there, and try and prevent it from being besieged all the time. So we're going to give this to Lord Valance, because he's currently the lowest in relation to us. Even though he is a little bit too inactive for my liking, he's not really doing that much. So yeah, anyway, let's see what's actually going on here. So you can see Kislev was obviously retaken, but everything else has been absolutely dominated, basically, and we can go over here and hopefully, you know, show them just how strong we are. Now, where am I? Oh, I'm here. There we go. Yes, that's a good idea. Yes, knowing where one is certainly the first step to conquering the, you know, the enemy of some kind, and yeah, well, let's have a look over here and see what's actually going on. I don't know whether, yes, they will have a vassal in here. I think that's a pretty wise decision for them to have. Okay, so how much HP do I have? I've got some pretty decent HP. Okay, I should probably level up a couple of units before we head in as well. Well, our Globadiers once again are showing us how it's done, and hopefully we'll be able to go up there immediately. I think that now is a pretty good time. Let's do it. Let's go straight up there and see what we can do. I'm gonna jump on a little bit earlier. Oh, that was some damage. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I really did not want to take any damage going up here. Kislev, as you know, if you've seen a previous episode, was very painful for us indeed, and it is going to be maybe just as painful, if not more painful, dependent, because we had, I think, a number of vassals with us at the time. Okay, well, yep, that's what happens. That's what happens. Very good. Very good, Slythe. You're very nimble and agile and quick, and yet I fail you every single time. Alright, well, it looks like this is probably going to be the last stand for the Kislev, and I gotta say that I'm pretty happy to say that, to be honest, because Kislev itself, in my opinion, is probably one of the worst sieges, with the exception of, obviously, the Wood Elves. I mean, let's not speak of the Wood Elves just yet, because we're not going to be visiting them, well, not that soon at the very least. If they decide to declare war against us, then obviously it's going to be a different story, but for the most part, the Wood Elves obviously have the gold medal in how incredibly difficult their sieges actually are, but this is a completely different thing, because it's not the layout that is defeating us, it's the fact that the attackers thought, hey, you know what? Instead of bringing 5 ladders, let's bring one. Let's bring one very small, thin ladder. That's the way to go, you know? Yeah, anyway, that's the main reason why this is, well, kind of difficult. Anyway, there you go. We were able to achieve victory there. There were only 93 remaining, because I actually went in one more time and allowed our Globadiers to just throw their globes at everyone. And I'm actually going to let this guy go. I'm going to let a couple of these people go, even though it's kind of bad to do that, because that is going to give me, well, shall we say, Skaven reputation. You know, we've explained and gone over this in previous episodes, so I don't need to do it again, but yeah, just thought I'd let you know that that's what's going to happen, and hopefully that's not going to reduce our chances of making good, shall we say, good impressions, good first impressions upon, you know, other factions and everything. I mean, obviously the Dark Elves don't really care at the moment, because they've just declared war against us once again, but yeah, well, never mind. Alright, so what are we going to do here? Well, I guess I should give this to Bjorg, because I think he was the one that was owning it beforehand, and we will just move on. There we go. Alright, so I'm actually going to, I think I might keep this armor, just in case. I might be able to give it to someone pretty good, and otherwise we'll sell that one, and there we go. Alright, let's see if I can buy any little bits of food, and I'm actually going to go into the tavern here, because I'm still looking for that magic merchant. No, yeah, wow, there's actually quite a lot of people here. I'm kind of surprised that there's so many companions. There's usually no one upstairs in that kind of layout. Anyway, there you go. Kislev has technically been eliminated. It really just depends on what they decide to do now. If they decide to besiege Kislev, or if they decide to run around and do some random stuff, then that's absolutely fine with me. If they decide to just raid villages, that's also fine with me, because in the grand scheme of things, raiding villages is not going to do anything. If they decide to take something, then I will react, of course. But anyway, let's just take a quick look at the Dark Elves' territory, because they are currently... Oh, no, never mind. Okay, well, apparently I'm unable to, because the weekly budget wants to shove itself in my face. So let's have a look. I'm actually losing 25,000. Wow, that is pretty insane, isn't it? That is pretty insane. So... Oh, look at my wages. Yeah, this is exactly the reason why I decided, thanks to, you know, a little bit of cajoling from someone in the comments there, to get a couple of our cavalry out and see what we can do. I can't even scroll down the whole way to have a look at how much I actually have in the treasury here, because I have so many patrols, I assume, and I'm paying for so many wages for these patrols. But yeah. You can already see as well that Slythe's party itself is so incredibly expensive. Oh well, never mind. Okay, well, that's just the price of war, I suppose. And I think it would probably be a good idea, now that we have technically eliminated Kislev. I mean, they're obviously not eliminated just yet, but I think it would be a good idea to take a look at the faction relations and see what's actually going on. So let's have a look. We're at war against the High Elves, obviously, because they are in an alliance with Kislev. Araby, Bretonia is still in the game, technically, for some reason. Don't know why they haven't been eliminated yet. And then we have the Dark Elves, of course, and Kislev, yeah. Okay, and we do have Wood Elves and Nippon. They both have truces for another 2 days. So we may expect a war declaration from one of them, perhaps. I would not appreciate it by any means, but oh well. If they decide to do that, then that's their own, you know, signing their own death warrant, or at least I hope it is. Anyway, I guess what I'm going to do now is I'm going to allow my vassals just to kind of clean up the Kislev as much as possible, so they'll just, you know, spend their time moseying around here, and I'm going to go down to Araby, and we'll see whether we can maybe make a couple of inroads there. Okay, so this is one of the first field battles we've had in quite some time, and we are up against none other than the High Elves. Yes, it's a single vassal, nothing really to worry about here. I don't think we're going to have too many problems. He rather audaciously decided to just charge in by himself, and that was, well, killing himself basically. And well, we're hopefully going to get a good kind of positioning here with our long-range units as well. Now, I do have a much better composition, in my opinion, than I used to have, where I do have, look at that, 44 infantry. I've actually got 44 infantry for us right here, which is pretty amazing. And hopefully I'll be able to get a couple of kills myself, just with my gun or something. I didn't switch to my magic just yet because I wasn't aware that we were going to be doing any field battles, but this guy came up on me and I was just like, oh, hello, let's do some damage. Yeah, let's do some damage to him. And he has a bad personality as well by the looks of things, so it would be kind of nice to potentially take him prisoner. And we're getting some decent amounts of kills here as well, and they do have those white lions as well, which are obviously going to be a bit of a handful. But if they just run in like this, then we're not going to have too many problems. But they are extremely tanky. Did you see that? I did so much damage, but he was still able to escape relatively easily. Yeah, there we go. That was a High Elf Noble. Ah, interesting. Okay. Well, seems like that is indeed it. They only had about 80 or so units, so it's not really, you know, breaking the bank or anything, but it's still kind of nice to limit their numbers as much as possible. And if I am able to take him prisoner, that will then maybe lay the foundation for when we actually do decide to attack the High Elves. Ah, there we go. He manages to escape, which is kind of unfortunate. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put on my magic because it's about time that we do that. I am running actually kind of dangerously low on food right now, so I think, you know what, I'm going to go over to the Pirate King Fortress. That is the closest town to us. And I'm going to buy, oh yes, they do have quite a bit of good stuff here. There we go. Oh yeah, they have a lot. That's very nice indeed. Okay, there we go. That should be enough, at least for a little bit of time. It is extremely expensive to buy fine foods, but, well, it's all they have. It's all they have, so I'm just going to do it no matter what. And, oh yeah, I should also mention that, yeah, Lord Valans, he got himself taken prisoner. Yeah, can you believe it? First, he's just completely inactive and lazy, and then he gets himself taken prisoner. Sounds like a day in the life of me, doesn't it? Especially when I'm playing Warband, yes. Exactly. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to go over here and take this very first castle. I was actually thinking that we might want to launch immediately into taking one of their towns, but then I thought, well, if they are all not busy, then they're probably all going to try and retake the castle, and that will act as a decent distraction for us. So let's see whether that's actually the case. I am hopeful that we'll be able to do this pretty sneakily so they won't realize we're doing it before it's too late, and then we will be able to get in there and very quickly take it, and then we can hopefully focus on a town or something like that. Ah, it seems like I was spotted by a patrol, which is going to be pretty bad. Hopefully this is not a siege tower. No, it's not a siege tower. That's great. That means that our quick attack right here will be, well, unstoppable basically. So we will be able to do this no problem at all. And it seems like a pretty decent layout as well. Nothing too devastating for us, or at least I hope not. Amusingly enough, I have magic equipped now, so I will not be able to use my ranged attack. Ah, yes. Isn't that just the way? That always happens for me. Oh yeah, we have to be very careful of these Nafatun units, because those guys have fire bombs in a similar way to the Globadiers, so we do need to watch out for that. But hopefully my Poison Wind Globadiers... I haven't even checked. I haven't even checked how many units they have here. Hopefully they don't have any. Hopefully they have... Oh, these Araby Assassins actually come with hand crossbows. That's going to be kind of dangerous. Do they do that much damage? Doesn't seem like they do that much damage. 7 damage. It's not really that much. Okay, so... Did they already receive reinforcements? It seems like they've already received reinforcements, so they probably have about 200 here if... Well, if the standard number is anything to go by, but if they have many more vassals in the garrison here, then we might have some problems. Okay, I'm actually just going to charge my infantry in. I'm going to go up here myself and actually see what's going on. I'm not taking that much damage from their hand crossbows, so I'm thinking that we might be able to go in here and have a pretty decent time of things. Yeah, actually a pretty decent time of things. I don't mind taking a little bit of damage here and there, as long as I'm able to get inside and, well, hopefully take out the various long-range units that they have. This guy's gonna dodge. Yeah, there we go. Thankfully, he didn't dodge too many times. Oh, these guys are already killed. Oh, okay, well, seems like my forces certainly know how to clear out a keep by now. I mean, it's been quite a few, you know, we've had quite a few times, and I mean, shall we say more practice than we know what to do with, and hopefully that is giving them all the confidence they require to get in here and do some much needed eliminating. Oh yes, there we go. Okay, well, I can actually do this, no problem at all. Hopefully we're not going to see a huge contingent of reinforcements coming in, and this guy's probably going to kill me. Maybe. No, he didn't kill me. This guy might, though. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so you can see how effective dodge can be. Unfortunately, I'm wearing some pretty heavy armor right now as I get shot in the face. And that's literally only because I wanted to be able to survive just that little bit longer in sieges. And I think I'm wearing something like... I think it gives me like 53 to body armor and like 17 or something like that to leg. So it's pretty decent, you know. It's not best in slot by any means, because the best in slot armor is extremely expensive, and I'm talking about, I don't know, 50, 60,000, and I really did not want to spend that huge amount of money way back, because I think I purchased this armor like, I don't know, 10 episodes ago or something like that, maybe even longer than that. So yeah, and it was only about 6,000, so it's pretty good for the price. And I'm hopeful that we will be able to achieve victory here without me having to retreat. And bear in mind, this is just a castle. This is nothing special, you know, this is nothing special whatsoever. But we are losing quite a few units as a result, because they do have these sand wraiths, and they do have a pretty considerable number of ranged units down there, which I was hoping I would be able to thin out. Well, this looks to be it. We are going to be finishing up this battle very, very soon. Our Globadiers have just eliminated the last couple of defenders on the walls, and I should be able to get in there and maybe do a little bit of damage. I actually did need to level up. I've actually leveled up to 38, so it would make sense for me to take a look at my character screen after this, and we'll see exactly what I'm going to be speccing into. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to... I'm not entirely sure what to get, to be honest. I think I have 7 in Constitution, Iron Flesh, and Power Strike, and well, I have 8 in Trainer, so it might make sense for me to spec another point into that, because Trainer is doing so much work for us right now. Being able to level up units without fighting is really quite valuable. There's 52, and we were able to... okay, so I'm actually unsure whether to let this guy go or not, because he's actually congratulating us, which means he does have a decent personality. And so I'm actually going to do that. I was actually hoping I could maybe capture a couple more of them, but no, okay, fine. You know, if there's not too many of them, then I guess that's how it's going to go. Anyway, veteran black rats are going to be added to our party there. Let's get a Skaven skirmisher as well. And I don't really want to take anything else, to be honest, because if I take these, well, I could take the hammerer, I suppose. They could take some of these as well, but they are mercenaries and they are going to cost quite a bit. And if I take the others, they're probably going to give me morale penalties because they are part of the Araby faction. I suppose that would be the way it is. Anyway, I am going to defer appointment of a lord. I'm actually going to finally start doing that because we're going to try and build up this territory for eventually having Slive gaining control over it, and hopefully that's going to get him a little, not a nest egg so to speak, but it's going to give him a little bit of a business corner, shall we say, because we will be able to utilize hopefully the salt and everything, and you know, do all kinds of other cool stuff with the trading around here once we have either eliminated the high elves or Macon? Yes, Macon. Once we have Macon peace with them. Yes. That's what I wanted to say. Very good. Okay, so 455 in the garrison here. That's going to be kind of harsh. How many Nafatuns do they have? Only 4. They only have 4 of those. So that's going to be pretty easy in my opinion. But, well, that's actually just... I have 38 Poisoned Wind Globadiers. Actually, even more of those now. And... theoretically, we could just go in there and see what the layout is, which might make the most sense. So let's actually just have a look at our character screen here. So I did say that I wasn't going to spec into agility any further. I think I'm going to continue not speccing into agility, but it might make sense for me to spec a little bit into athletics because we don't have a mount, and being able to run reasonably quickly is probably a good idea, even though 2 in athletics is really not going to do that much. So that's kind of a bit... kind of a bit annoying. I probably should have spec'd in it much earlier. I mean, we are level 38 now. And as I say, Power Strike, usually I have enough Power Strike with an overhead to be able to basically kill anything. So, in one hit, that is. And Iron Flesh, I think we have decent amounts of HP as it is. Constitution, yeah, I think that's absolutely fine as well. So, I'm going to be equipping my Warplock pistol once again. And we're going to see how we do here. This is a ladder town as well, so who knows? Maybe we'll be able to just murder everyone. And we'll be able to take the town extremely easily. It really depends on the layout. The layout's actually pretty decent for us. And the ladder doesn't seem to be extremely frustrating to work with. So we might have very well our next conquer here, which might be quite nice. And I'm going to be a bit careful. My shield is not the largest, so obviously it's not going to cover me from absolutely every single projectile coming my way. But, yeah, like that, for example. And, yeah, hopefully... I have no idea... What is my infantry doing right now? Can you come over here? Can you come over here? Yes. Can you just stand there? Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So, yeah. Also, Globadiers, can you just stand a little bit? Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's much better. They're actually finally starting to do something now. And we also want to get our other ranged units a little bit more square on here, because we do not want them to be in a useless position, basically. And yeah, everything is working pretty well so far. Look at that. Already 70 enemies have been eliminated. And I'm actually wondering, should we just charge in straight off? Should we just charge in? Maybe we should do that. At least the infantry. Let's just tell our infantry to charge in, and if it all goes bad, then we've only lost a couple of infantry units, and we haven't lost too many Globadiers or otherwise, you know, engineers or something like that. So let's see what actually happens here. We might be in with a pretty good opportunity here. Can I? Can I please? Yes? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Now these guys are obviously going to have dodge, which is going to make things kind of difficult for us, because Kislev didn't seem to have dodge, as far as I could tell, so they were quite a bit easier to deal with, especially for a somewhat slower two-handed weapon. But these guys, they're going to dodge, well, considerably more, as you can see right there, and they'll be able to retaliate in a couple of, you know, melee attacks. Okay, so far, so good, though. Yeah, another dodge. That is not good, but it's alright. It's just a glancing blow. Nothing really to worry about there, but I'm gonna, as I say, try and help our units to just fight on the front line, because that's going to give our units much more longevity, and it's also going to make it so that we can move forward in the town a little bit faster, and maybe that will result in our ranged units being able to come in and maybe cover us, which would be quite nice. I don't know whether that's going to happen, but actually, you know what? I'm actually just going to tell them to charge in now, because I think we probably have enough space to be able to do that. Oh, look at that. I have a number of ranged units and infantry stuck outside. Well, that's not very good. Oh, yes. I guess that's the problem with having a slightly larger battle size. It is going to make things more difficult to fit all of your units in the actual battlefield itself. I'm actually being shot from downstairs, so I might have some issues here, but I'm going to try and kill the Sand Wraith if at all possible. Wow, he's taking bullets like candy. Of course he is. There's actually 2 of them over there. That's not very good. Oh well, one's dead now at least. Okay, let's see if I can maybe kill these. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Oh, nice. 2 kills for 2 shots. We've killed 200. Wow, okay. That's pretty good so far. Let's try and see if I can kill that Sand Wraith. Yes, I did. There we go. And maybe I can... if I had more HP, I'd actually jump down into the courtyard now and see what I could do about maybe distracting the ranged units as much as possible, because they're starting to focus me quite a bit when I stand at the main front line there, and that is obviously not good because I'm going to just die. Let's actually see whether that happens. Am I going to die? Maybe? Yeah, I might not, and I might actually help our units to push forward. One of our Chaos Trolls went down, but thankfully he only got knocked unconscious. As you can see, I'm actually moving backwards because I'm trying to make sure that our shield blocks anything that it potentially can. And, I was still thinking maybe I could jump down there, but I have such a small amount of HP, I don't think it's going to really work. But I think we... Do we have this? This would be very strange if we actually had captured it in the first... Now, there we go, yes. New enemies have arrived. I thought that would be the case. There are a couple more ranged units over there. Poison Wind Globadiers, why are you charging them? Ah, well, never mind. I guess they're actually pretty decent at melee. Yeah, they seem to be doing a pretty decent job. Look at that. Only 2 Poison Wind Globadiers were able to take on, what, 4 of the enemy's archers? Oh, one of them's dead now. So I guess that's pretty bad, but, well, what can you do? Yes, crushing through blocks. Thank you very much. Okay. So how's it going right now? We're starting to lose quite a few units because most of our infantry has been eliminated. We do still have quite a few infantry on the outside behind those spike barriers, so that's obviously a big problem. But we have eliminated so many so far, 250 actually now. Maybe I can do some more damage here. That's not good, that's not good. Okay, maybe I can... Yeah, that's an assassin. Ooh, I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, I dodged. Yes, I dodged again. Oh, fantastic. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen, you know, Scythe dodge something, so I'm pretty happy to have at least seen that, because that has confirmed that at least dodge does work with Ignore Pain. I know that someone actually did say in the comments that it does, but I just never seen it, so it's actually kind of nice that, you know, we know that it works with Scythe at least. And yeah, I guess that will be it, actually. I'm going to be retreating here, and we're going to head back in, but we'll probably do that at the start of the next episode. You can see there 297 enemies eliminated, and there are only 158 actually remaining. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.